Gesela? I stiffened at the sound of Elsie's soft voice and waited until the pressure in my eyes subsided to face her, swallowing the hard lump in my throat. I would have called her a friend, but that was before my sister was taken by the forest, because once she was gone, everyone abandoned me. There was a part of me that could not blame Elsie. I knew she had been pressured to distance herself, first by her parents, and then by the villagers who met monthly. They believed I was cursed to lose everyone I loved, and I was not so certain they were wrong. Elsie was pale, except for her cheeks, which were rosy red. Her colouring made her eyes look darker, almost stormy. Her hair had come loose from her bun and made a wispy halo around her head. "What is it, Elsie?" Her eyes were wide, much like my sister's had been at death. Something had frightened her. Perhaps it had been me. "The well's gone dry," she said, her voice hoarse. She licked her cracked lips. "What am I supposed to do about it?" I asked, though the words carved out a deep sense of dread in the bottom of my stomach. She paused for a moment, and then said quietly, "It's your turn, Gesela." I heard the words, but ignored them, bending to pick up my axe. I knew what she meant without explanation. It was my turn to bear the consequences of the curse on our village, Elk. Since I was a child, Elk had been under a curse of curses. No one agreed on how or why the curse began. Some blamed a merchant who broke his promise to a witch. Some said it was a tailor. Others said it was a maiden, and a few blamed the fae and a bargain gone wrong. Whatever the cause, a villager of Elk was always chosen to end each curse, some as simple as a case of painful boils, others as devastating as a harvest destroyed by locust. It was said to be a random selection, but everyone knew better. The mayor of Elk used the curses to rid his town of those he did not deem worthy, because, in the end, no villager could break a curse without a consequence. Like my sister. I brought my axe down, splitting the wood so hard the blade cracked the log beneath. "I do not use the well," I said. "I have my own." "It cannot be helped, Gesela," Elsie said. "But it is not fair," I said, looking at her. Her eyes darted to the right. I froze and turned to see that the villagers of Elk had gathered behind me like a row of pale ghosts, save Sheriff Roland, who was at their head.